Good morning, students. Today we will continue the discussion of set theory, and up to this discussion you might have solved all the questions of up to exercise 1.3. Now today we will discuss some more concepts. The first is universal set. One day I had told you that whenever some concept comes relating to that concept, a title is given, and that title in about 80 or 90% concepts, that title explains the concept. In the same way you can see here is universal set. Word universal is from universe. Universe means the vast surrounding space which include everything, means the sun, moon, stars, even dust particles, okay, whatever present in the nature that comes under the universe. In the same way, the set is also called a universal set. Universal set means a set which includes every type of set given in the reference. Okay, what does it mean? Suppose we have a school, and this school may be considered a set, and this school comprises of a set of class 1, set of class 2, set of class 3, and so on up to class 11. Therefore, class 1 is included in the school, class 2 is included in the school, class 3 is included in the school. In another language, you can say school is the superset of class 1, class 2 school is the superset of class 2, school is the superset of class 3. In this way, the school is the superset of all the sets of class. Okay, then school is a universal set in the reference of the sets of its different classes. Okay, one thing. Second thing, you might have watched, there are different blocks in a district. If you consider the district a set and the blocks will be their subsets, therefore district is the superset of every block. Therefore, if the blocks are sets, then the district is the universal set. Okay? Then these are the example. What does we mean the word here universe? Now take an example. Suppose I take a set A equal to 0, 1, 2 up to 9. Obviously, this is the set of digits. If I write B equal to 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, obviously B is the subset of A, or you can say A is the superset of B. Suppose I take C 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It is also the subset of A, or A is the superset of C. Therefore, in the given context, A is the superset of all these two sets. Therefore, here in this reference, A is the universal set. Okay, and in this way you can give many examples, and then how you define it. Superset of all sets given in the context is called universal set. Okay, universal set is symbolically there are several words to indicate the universal sets. Some writers indicate it by E, some writers indicate it by U, some writers indicate it by omega, but this U is most popular. Generally U, because U universal set, first letter of universe is U, therefore it is most popular, but writers also use E, omega, etc. But in the question or in the context that will be mentioned, so which one is the universal set. Okay. Now, first concept was universal set. Second concept, we will discuss the subsets of a set real number. No, second number concept, subsets of a set of real number. In class 9 or 10, we have read real number. Every kind of number, what we have read up to class 10, they are all real numbers, and the set real number is generally represented by R. R is a set whose element is X, such that X is a real number. Okay? Now, its subset is N. These are some standard notation. Whenever N will be given, it is obvious that that will be the set of natural number. When R will be given, then obviously that will be the set of real number. There is no confusion in it. N is a set whose element is X, such that X is a natural number. You all know natural number which are used in counting. Natural number, then W X, such that X is a whole number. Whole number. No. Then Q. Q is a set of rational numbers, such that X is a rational number. So now T. T is a set, its element is X, such that X is irrational number. No, one thing I forgot, Z or I, both symbols are used for integer. X, such that X is an integer. Okay. Similarly, if I write I plus set positive integers, I minus negative integers, R plus you can say positive real numbers, R minus negative real numbers. These are some specific notations, and these are all the subsets of real number. And in this given context, R is the universal set, and these are the different subsets of R. Okay, I think it is clear. Now, third concept is related to the real number. That is, a special term is given. Third number, intervals intervals as the subset of real number. Interval means a part from the real number. What does it mean? See here, you all know that real numbers are represented by a real line. Look, real line, or you can say simply a line, a straight line. And this concept is from class 8. Represent the following number on the number line. Okay, and different points of this line represent different numbers. Suppose it is a real number A and it is another real number B. Now see here, suppose I write a interval, this type of interval. It is called closed interval AB. This symbol, big bracket, stands to represent the closeness of the interval. What does it mean? This much from this real number, this interval has been taken, this part has been taken. And what is its explanation? It contains the real numbers such that A is less than equal to X, less than equal to B. Means in this interval, all the numbers between A and B are taken, including A and B. Okay? And in the symbolic way, we write it here by giving this type of symbol. A big circle has been made. It represents the closed interval AB. Means starting from A to B, all the numbers from between A to B, including A and B. It is called closed interval. Closed interval. Okay? Second number, suppose I take the real line and here is A, here is B. Now we have taken all the numbers between A and B, but excluding A and excluding B. We have not taken A. Numbers greater than A and numbers up to less than B is taken, and this is indicated by small bracket within A and B. It is called open interval. It is called open interval AB, and this indicates the X such that A is less than X, less than B. You can see here all the X's are greater than A and less than B. A and B both are excluded. This is called open interval. Open interval. And the open intervals in number line, we represent this type of circles. Not deep circle, but a circle is made at A and B. Okay, this is the open interval AB. The third one is first, second, third. Third one is semi-closed or semi-open interval. Semi-closed means closed only in one side. The same meaning semi-open. If open in one side means if you write this type of shape interval, then you can see here this sign shows the openness of the shape and this sign shows the closeness of the interval. Therefore it is semi-open, or you can say semi-closed. Both are same expression. This sign indicates openness openness, and this sign represents closeness. Okay, open on the side A and close on the side B. It is also called left close, left open, right closed, or simply say open closed. Many types of expressions are written. In the number line representation, we will see here open on the side A, this circle will be made, and on the side B, deep circle will be made. Means this side is open, therefore this circle is made here, and it is complete circle, dark circle made here. This side is closed. Similarly, if you write here AB, then it is closed on the side A and it is open on the side B. In the set builder form, it will be written as set X such that A is less than X equal to B. Means if X is greater than A, means it is greater than A, means not A is included here. And B up to B equal to B means up to B, we have taken B here in this side. And here it is closed, open. It is left closed and right open. Okay. In set builder form, it will be represented as X such that A is less than equal to X less than B. See here, X starts from A, but X does not become equal to B. We have excluded here B, means it is open in the side B. Now, here what comes, what is the meaning of close and open here? Close and open here, one thing I would like to express some light on this word. Why the word close and open are used here? Close, one thing you can see, means if the path is closed, means I cannot go ahead from that closure point. Suppose the number is going from this side to this side, and if we reach here to B, then we can say that this path is closed at B. But suppose I write here this type of notation. Okay, then you can see here it is approaching towards the B and it becomes very close, it is very close, it is very close. However, may be the close, but we cannot reach to the B. That is the sense of openness, means we are proceeding towards B, but we cannot reach B. For example, suppose if I write 0.1, it is 0.01, 0.001, 0.0001. You can see it is near to 0.1. It is more near to 0.1. It is more near to 0.1. It is more near to 0.1. But we are not reaching to 0.1. We are very near to 0.1. Means this type of expression represents for openness. But if we write equal to 0.1, means we have reached at 0.1 and that side is closed. This is the sense of openness and closeness of the intervals. Okay. Now we will discuss these were some of the concepts relating to the set. Now we will discuss operation on sets. Okay, operation on sets. Operation, you might have heard this word. Fourth number, operation on sets. Generally, when we came across the word operation means cutting, stitching, what a doctor performs, that is called the operation in the medical science. In general mathematics, operation means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the four operations in general mathematics. In set theory, there are also some operations. And what are those operations? Number one, union. Union. Number two, intersection. Intersection. Number third, subtraction. Subtraction. Number four, complementation. Complementation. Okay, these are the four operations which are done in set. We will discuss one by one, but discussion of these operations will be done tomorrow. Okay, and today after this discussion, you will be able to solve the exercise up to 1.4 perhaps of NCERT. Okay, you all do these questions, and which will be not solved, you ask me in the class. We are present here. Okay, thank you.